The next game that we're going to look at, that's happening, of course, in Mumbai. And you got to think what's going here. So let's pull that game up and let's pull the teams up and see if we have any changes happening. Kolkata's team first, if we have a look at them.
I think definitely Narayan's on his way back. Because I think given the circumstances and given what has happened, the problem is they now realize that Shakib can't score at the kind of rate or give them the kind of runs they need at the position they need for him to be able to be sustainable there. The problem is that if they bring in Sunil Narayan, I still think that given the way they are structured, they're not going to change the opening three. So I'll be interested in how they sort of play their people around. The only thing is that they should realize that there's a reason why they were not starting with Sunil Narayan, and therefore, it's not a panacea, it's not a magic pill that's going to solve everything.
Yeah,
I think Kolkata has problems which they need to sort out, and I still think they're not too close to sorting them out. Their bowling is one of the things that they need to look at. Inexperienced bowling. Two is that you can't carry. So you've basically, for the first 3 matches, you've carried 2 bowlers who've not completed their quota and not done much with the bat. Harbhajan Singh and Shakib Al Hasan. So how do I actually solve this situation? It's something that they need to grapple with it sort of. Because no team can afford to, even with all the all-rounders that they think they have, all-round, Andre Russell is not fully fit, Shakib is not firing. I think they have to sort of figure out what they've got to do with this because they have a situation that's...
Yeah, we did the preview in 2020. We did the preview in 21. And what did we say? Wow. Owen Morgan, Dinesh Karthik, Andre Russell. Is there a better 4, 5, 6 in these conditions than those two? You'll struggle to find one in a franchise side.
Yeah.
Not one of those 3 has fired. Not one of those 3 has fired. So where have they got their runs when they did well in the one game they won? They got from Nitish Rana. They got on Rahul Tripathi. Not one of those is fired. And I think someone's got to look Russell in the eye, maybe from 8 feet away, if you're a little intimidated by his size, and say, we are not paying you this money to be a 7 overs cricketer. I'll bowl 2 overs, I'll bat 5 overs. No.
Yeah.
Sorry, we want you to make an impact in the game. You're not just bowling 2 overs. Come give me a little bit more. And I think they were right to expect much more. There's something about Andre Russell on the field that has taken the aura away. I remember that game, 50 odd in 3 overs to win was against Bangalore, I think. Andre Russell strolls in and wins with 3 balls left.
Yeah.
And Russell comes in and there is, oh my God, what can happen from here? Now Russell is dragging himself in. They have to get more. You can't say, I'm this world beater, I'll bowl 2 overs and bat 5 overs.
Yeah.
And I think Morgan's now got to start showing the way. Morgan's got to play that match-winning innings from 4. So yeah, the big guns need to fire. The big guns fire. I still say there's pedigree, and I agree with Joy. I don't think I was very bullish. I've always been bullish on Shakib, but I don't think he's playing that part at the numbers that he's got. Definitely.
We discussed this yesterday. We discussed this last night. So let's get Harsha's opinion on this as well. Yes, a Kolkata team without Andre Russell in it, that just seems, you can't even, is blasphemous. How do you even suggest that? But till a season back, it was equally blasphemous to say that a Kolkata team would play without Sunil Narayan, right? So, things happen. You have to kind of move on. They have got a bend cutting there. So it's not like they haven't been thinking the same as well, right? If they've got a cover, right? A guy who can bowl you a few overs, super fit gun fielder, right? Can hit a long ball as well. We've seen that. Could you perhaps see that at some point in time if they are, because you're not getting the, even with the running, you're not getting the 2s. He's converting 2s into 1s, is Russell, when he's batting. He's having a tough time fielding, right? There is the issue with the knees, etc. Do you see that happening at all?
I would give him the game in Mumbai because the ball comes on in Mumbai and travels a lot. Smallish boundaries. Nowadays they're not playing much on the center strip. So one of the boundaries about 62 meters. Not that it matters for Russell, he hits it 85 and he's in. But given that in Mumbai the ball comes on quickly, it might travel quickly. So Russell might enjoy batting here in Mumbai a little bit more. So I'd still give it to Mumbai because it's still that little feeling. Russell jab tak hai na, game is alive, even though he's not playing to that level anymore. But in Mumbai, I'd still look at Russell. Can you look at, if Russell's going to give you 3-4 overs, can you look at a cutting for a Shakib?
Interesting.
Yeah, you could look at a cutting for a Shakib. The other thing I'm thinking about though is Harsha, I'm going back. I like your idea of playing with two fast bowlers, and there's a reason for it. Two international fast bowlers, because hey, who you scared of from Chennai? The one batsman you're looking, Ambati Rayudu, Suresh Raina, none of them like the ball out here.
Yeah,
Moeen Ali.
All these guys, and if Prasid is whatever it is, he's quite fast. He's a 140 bowler. So if you have three bowlers who at 140, 145 plus can deliver it here for 12 overs, I think this Chennai side is not a side that will enjoy playing under conditions like this. I think Faf might do okay, but the rest will not enjoy it. They might succeed, they might fail. So I'm more and more liking your idea of throwing caution to the winds, because it is a situation like that, and going with both Lockie and Cummins.
I'm also telling Russell, you bowl 140, man. Give me 1 over. Give me 1 over in the middle. Go hard 1 over. If you want to come back and bowl 2 at the dead, that's fine. But give me that 1 additional over in between at top pace. Let's try and use pace to rattle Chennai. And you're right. I mean, Moeen is here. Raina is here. I mean, Raidu's got pluck, so Raidu will find his way out. Can you get to Dhoni? Did you see what Dhoni said to me the other day? He said, those 6 balls that I played another day could lose us the game. Yeah. Dhoni's mind is whirring. He's as sharp as ever. When Dhoni's 80, if there's a half an inch of turn, Dhoni will still win the game for you from there as a captain.
Yeah.
But his batting, he's still struggling. Yeah. So if you see that side, I mean, last game they made 180, top scores 33.
Yeah, there's definitely vulnerabilities. Yeah.
So if you can get the fast bowlers in to attack them, I think there's an opportunity there. So that's why I thought, get 1 more from Russell in between, play Ferguson and Lockie and Ferguson and Cummins, and come hard at them with Prasid as well, with four quicks, and then you use Varun Chakravarti, and there must be another spinner somewhere, because they always have 6 who are missing out. That's Chennai though, by the way. But I mean, the thing with Chennai is they bat all the way down to 11. We saw Bravo played a match-winning cameo the other day. They bat all the way down.
Would you think of perhaps letting Ambati Rayudu open with Faf? Rituraj Gaikwad has not got them runs. Yes. So let's say you open with Ambati over there. You've got Moeen then at 3, and at 4 you get Suresh Raina. You can pluck somebody else. You can put Jadeja at 5. You've got Sam Curran. You've got, everybody just moves up a spot, and maybe you just add another bowler. Maybe you add Krishna Gautam, since you paid so much money for it.
Maybe not in Mumbai, because there's not much there for him to do. My question is, if you take out Ruturaj Gaikwad and replace him with Raidu, is there another batsman that you can add on?
Robin Uthappa, or maybe just get Robin to open. Maybe get Robin to open with him.
That's the other possibility, because Robin might be nudging 35, but he's still good at playing the fast bowling.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing we know from Kolkata tomorrow is you're not getting 5 overs of spin in the power play, right, Joy?
No chance at all. This is a completely different pitch, different conditions. Yeah. See, the other thing, I really think that Chennai will be looking at this and saying, can we find a way for Ngidi to play? Because Ngidi will be useful for them. He'd really be useful for them in these conditions. He'll do well for them. I'm just wondering whether they're looking at each other and saying, should we give a chance? Or given that Dhoni's work, this depth has worked for him, because if a team reaches 180 with the highest score of 33, that means depth has worked, right? Yeah. So his formula of playing with 9-10 batsmen has worked. Maybe he'll just say, why am I tinkering with what's working for me, and just stay with what he has.